All right, so how can we use thoughtful adjectives to create more complex stories? Let's think about a thoughtful adjective. What is it? It takes a simple sentence and turns it into a mini movie in the reader's mind. So it gives us details about our nouns and pronouns. So for example, in the sentence, the cat ran up the tree, there are two nouns in the sentence, the cat and the tree. As of right now, with just this simple sentence, we have no idea what color the cat is, how big the cat is, what kind of tree. Is the tree tall, short, big, or small? We don't have any details other than the cat ran up a tree, okay? So by giving thoughtful adjectives, we're filling in the blanks. We're helping the reader to see what we are telling them, to create a mini movie in their head. Let's turn to the next slide and we'll see how that works. All right, so let's take those two those two nouns, the cat and the tree. Well, we could describe the cat in many different ways. You could say it's a fat cat, a fluffy cat, an orange cat, a striped cat. The cat could be many things. It could be a scruffy looking cat. It could be a nimble cat. So think of all the adjectives you could use to describe the cat. Okay, the same thing needs to be done for the tree. Is it an old tree, a giant tree? Is it a pine tree, an enormous tree? You know what? It could be a sprawling oak tree. There are many words you could use to describe that tree. And so now we can change the sentence. Now here's something else. Don't pick too many. Don't sit there and try to use all the adjectives. Pick a couple of adjectives that give thoughtful details to help the reader understand what's going on in the story. Okay, so this sentence now goes from the cat ran up the tree to the fluffy orange cat ran up the giant old pine tree. Okay, that's a bit of a better visual for me because when I hear that sentence, I think of my cat Tiger because he's basically a fluffy orange cat. And I think of the pine trees that I see outside of our houses, those tall, tall pine trees that seem to sway whenever the wind hits them. Okay, so now I have a visual and I'm thinking to myself, oh, Tiger, I am not getting you down from that tree. Okay, so that's where those thoughtful adjectives, they're creating those stories. They're helping to play that movie in your reader's head. All right, let's go to the next page. Okay, so now we're looking at a picture of what the author was describing. And truthfully, that's exactly what I had in my head. You know, I could tell that that pine tree is tall because you could see the roof in the background and you could see the height in comparison. And that looks a lot like my tiger. The only difference being is my tiger might have more stripes on him because he's got orange and white stripes. So this was a great visual interpretation of this picture when they added those thoughtful adjectives. Now let's turn the page and we're going to start with our assignment for today. All right, so here's today's activity. You have got a sentence, Sarah filled the vase with flowers. This sentence has more than two nouns or pronouns. You're going to choose two of the nouns or pronouns from this sentence, and you're going to think of thoughtful adjectives that you can use to describe them. Okay, so pick two of the nouns or pronouns out of this sentence, and you're going to think of thoughtful adjectives to give more understanding. Then you're going to rewrite the sentence using some of your thoughtful adjectives. All right, guys, good luck.